same age as Will, were paying with platinum Visa cards, emphasizing their social status and the difference between themselves and Will. He managed to hear that they were discussing a new VR game to be released in 6 months. Will would normally not pay attention to a VR-based conversation, but the phrase "big money" slipping out of the mouth of one of the men made him heed. Fortunately, they were sitting at the bar, so neither of them noticed they had picked up an eavesdropper. "I'm telling you, it's legit. You know who my father is, right? I heard what they were talking about, every last word, man. Thank God he didn't see me or he would have ripped my head off." "Huh, he definitely would. Your father is insane." Both smirked. After that, they lowered their voices. Will had to strain to hear them, but he could still follow the conversation. "So when is it coming out?" "Well, it's not production ready yet. It's in private beta or something. But once it's released, hundreds of millions of players from all over the world are going to want to play. Do you understand what kind of money we're talking about here? This business is skyrocketing. They use real-life money to buy virtual swords and costumes. Man, I'm so excited. I don't even know I'm telling you this, but just think of all the money we've spent on video games. Gamers will buy anything that'll help them score extra cool points. Magic potions, epic threads, you name it. Real-life money. Bro, those player auctions have tons of offers." "Yeah, sure, but how is it different from the games we're playing right now?" "It's completely different." "I don't get it." "Everything is for sale in this game. Property, lands, kingdoms, entire empires, for Christ's sakes. This is the dawn of a new era of VRMMO. You could be the mayor of a virtual town. But what's truly awesome is that brand new game AI they're using. You'll never guess what the guy that my father was talking to said. He said it's going to adapt to human behavior. But hey, I never told you that. It's like totally confidential. Man, that's going to be something incredible, I'm telling you." "Geez, keep your pants on. It's a game changer, I got it. There's just one thing that I don't get, though. What was the conversation between your dad and that other guy about?" "Oh, they were just discussing how they could beat the game. It's business stuff, but in virtual reality. I didn't get a whole lot of it, but the numbers they were discussing would have blown you out of the water, bro." "That's serious, huh?" "Will!" someone yelled. The young man turned his attention to the bartender, who was holding out a drink order that needed to be served. He was not thinking about the drink, or the 2 men at the bar anymore. He was immersed in his thoughts. He had to get in on this deal. There was a lot of prep work to be done, but he was beaming. It was a great way out of being broke. Chapter 2. Tips from a Pro. He had been suffering from insomnia for nearly 6 months. His dad and sister were concerned about his health, but Will insisted that he was fine and that, soon enough, they would go on a vacation somewhere. He started preparing without discussing it with anyone. The young man didn't want to think about what would happen if the plan didn't work out. If it weren't for Curtis, an old army friend who lent Will quite a sum of money, none of the following would have happened. He worked part-time as a night shift security guard at a mall. The internet was available, so the guy wasted no time studying the gaming world between rounds. Will was not a gamer, but he usually achieved his goals because he worked hard. So, nothing could stand in his way if once he took something seriously. Lack of knowledge or experience was no exception. Will studied all available information, learning strategies, character builds, and character classes, and memorizing every relevant detail. He didn't know which of this would be useful in the game he was preparing for, so the task at hand was to learn as much as he possibly could. In reality, things could turn out to be different, which would render his effort useless, but at least he was doing something. The information was so abundant that one of the walls in Will's room was slowly turning into a map with drawn arrows and notes. The scene was so baffling that if anyone saw it, Will would have a lot of explaining to do, proving that he wasn't crazy. Thankfully, his home folks were away most of the time. Dad often went on business trips, and his sister Leah lived on campus during the school term. Apart from everything else, Will joined several community forums for gaming geeks in a hope to find something useful among copious amounts of various links and comments. All that